A very good morning, students. Let's start our chapter Sorting Materials into Groups. I hope all of you are having the book, NCERT book with you, and have opened the chapter 4 Sorting Materials into Groups, and you are having your rough notebook and pencil or pen with you for doing the class task. So let's study the chapter Sorting Materials into Groups, in which we will first understand what are objects, what are materials, and what is the difference between them. So, you see, what are objects? Objects means a variety of objects are found around us. Objects basically means the things which are found around us. A variety of objects, as I already told, variety of objects are found around us. Like in the previous video also, I told you that there is a pen which is there with you, you have a kit, you have a book, you have your TV, you have mobile, you have clothes, you have toys, all these are objects. Now come to what are materials. Objects are made up of various types of materials. So, materials are the things which are used to make the objects. Okay. So, like this pen which ma'am is holding, it is made up of plastic. It is a pen or marker pen, you can say, which is used to write on the board, and it is made up of plastic. So, plastic is the material which is used to make this pen, and the object is this pen. Okay. So, I hope you have understood the difference between an object and a material. Now come to different objects from same materials. Different type of objects can be made from the same materials. For example, wood, which is used to make paper, door, bookshelf, furniture, agricultural tools, all these are made up of wood. So, as you have seen, and I have shown in my other video also, that different type of objects are there around us. Like there can be pens, there can be pencils, there can be I had shown in my video, there are some metallic objects around us, means there was a piggy bank, then you can see around you some kit, you can see books. So all these are objects, and all of the objects are made up of some material. Now for making the object, we can use one material or we can use more than one material for making the same object. Now different objects can also be made from the same materials. Like for making one object, like if we want to make a book, we will use paper, and paper is made up of wood. So for making the book, wood is used as a material. Now wood is also used for making door. Wood is also used for making bookshelf. Wood is also used for making furniture. So same material can be used for making different type of objects. Now if we come to objects, like suppose door. Door is an object. Now door can be made up of different type of materials also. Okay. Like door can be made up of wood, as I have told you in this just now. But door can be made up of plastic also. Door can be metallic also. So different materials can be used to make the same object. Same way when we come to furniture. Furniture is an object, and this furniture can be made up of wood. Furniture can be made of plastic. Furniture can be made of metal. So furnitures are made up of different type of material. Furniture is one object which is made up of different type of materials. So same object can be made up of different type of materials. and same material, as in this example, same material can be used to make different type of objects. Okay, and other examples also we can take, like if I take the example of a pen, we can have a pen of plastic, we can have a pen which is made up of wood. So different type of materials can be used to make a pen. Okay, so students, there are two different concepts, that is different objects made from the same material, or we can say different same material used for different objects, that is the same thing. Or we can say that an object can be made from different materials. Okay, so I have given you example in this of paper, I have given you example of book, I have given you example of door, I have given you example of furniture. So I hope you have understood. Like if we take your toys, your toy is an object. Now toy can be made of plastic, toy can be made of wood, toy can be made of metal. Like nowadays some cars are available which are made of metal. It can be of plastic also, which is lighter than metal. It can be made of wood also. So toys can be made up of different type of materials. Okay, so hope students you have understood that different objects can be made from the same material, or same object can be made from different materials. Now, on what basis we determine that which material we will use to make an object? Let us come to that. So for that we have to understand the properties of materials. Now properties of materials. What is this properties of materials? Properties of materials are, it can be first property, appearance. We are considering here appearance. Okay. Properties of materials we can understand in these terms, like in your book there is a picture of Paheli who is pouring water into a cloth bag. Same thing I have shown you in the PPT PDF also, in which there is picture of Paheli and who is pouring milk or water into a cloth bag. So what will happen with that milk or water? You know that milk or water will come out of that cloth bag which was used by Paheli. Why this? Because clothes are porous. They are having pores or holes in between them from which the water will come out. So materials which are used for making an object, how we decide these materials, that which material will be used for making which object? It depends upon the property of the material. So if suppose we make a container of paper and we try to cook some food item in that, and we will keep it on a burner. So what will happen? After some time you will see that the paper has burnt, like we did the burning experiment in our previous class of fiber to fabric. So same way their fabrics had burnt, fiber also had burnt of cotton. Same way paper will also burn. Okay, so our food item which we have put in that will not be cooked at all, but the paper itself will get burned. So we cannot use paper for cooking purpose. We cannot use similarly cloth for storing liquids. So properties of materials first we should know, then only we can make an object out of that material, because all the objects have to be put into one use or the other. So if the material's property of the material is not according to the use of that object, so that material cannot be used for making that object. So first property you see, first property is appearance. Now let's understand appearance. Appearance means it is based on appearance, materials are classified as lustrous and non-lustrous. Okay, so first you understand what is this luster. Luster means shine. objects which have shine, they are said to be lustrous. In this, good example is metals. Metallic objects have luster or shine. Glass has similarly luster. Glass, particularly the mirror which we use for seeing our face, it is having luster or shine. Then come to non-lustrous objects. Non-lustrous means those objects which do not have any shine. They are said to be non-lustrous objects. So in this we have some materials like wood. Wood is a good example of materials which do not have shine. Now if we say this plastic is having somewhat sort of shine in it. So it is made lustrous. Now why we are trying to study here about this appearance or luster? That is because based on appearance, many a times we try to make our objects based on this appearance, or we try to use the material for making a particular object based on its appearance. How come? We will understand. Like suppose we have to make a furniture, and furniture naturally has to look shiny or attractive to everybody. So furniture should be made from a metal. If we want to make it shiny or lustrous, we have to make the furniture from metal. But if we want to make it appear dull, so we can make it from wood also, like this. Non-lustrous material, they do not shine. An example is wood. But in wood also, this shine which is there in wood can be made. Wood can be also made lustrous or shiny by polishing it or by applying paint on it. Okay. Now students, these metals which are lustrous or shiny in appearance, they are liked by all because from a distance we can see they are shining and they are attractive and they are bought easily. Okay. So based on this property of luster, we have some metals like gold and silver which are very, very costly. Similarly, diamond is there. Diamond is actually not a metal. It is a type of carbon product which is obtained from under the earth. So, but it is very, very costly because of its luster. Luster demands the price for diamond. A single cut diamond is very, very shiny. So that's why it's very costly, because it's having a good amount of luster in it. Gold and silver are also very shiny. So they have a good luster and they are very costly metals. They are used for making some ornaments, some decorative materials, and they are very, very costly. Now these out of these, some of them lose their luster with time, like your silver. Silver becomes dark in color or black in color. Your iron also becomes dark in color. Brass materials also become dark in color. That is because of the rusting of metals. Now what is this rusting of metals? Actually what happens when oxygen which is present in the air along with water, it reacts with the metals. It does oxidation of the metals and it reduces the color. Actually it deposits a layer on the metals which is of dull color, so the metals appear dull, so that is said to be rusting of metals. So iron basically turns into reddish brown color by rusting. Your brass may turn into greenish or black color because of rusting. Silver becomes black in color because of rusting. So we can say that rusting of metals reduces in the reduction of luster in the metals. The lustrous metals may appear like a non-lustrous metal. So it loses its shine or appearance because of this rusting. And rusting of the metals, it can be reduced by using certain steps, like some sprays are available in the market which can be used on these metals that reduce their rusting or that improve their luster. Then painting can be done on these metals, as shown in the PPT PDF, and galvanization, that is a coating of zinc is done on the metals to improve their luster. So students, I hope you have understood today's topics very well. That is appearance, which is a property of materials and that makes some metals useful for us, like your gold, silver. Then diamond is also very useful for us, but it is not a metal. That is because of its luster or shine. And you have understood that different objects are made from the same materials. Then I hope you have understood what is an object and material. You have also understood that one object can be made from different materials, or same material can be used to make different objects. So I hope students today's topics of sorting materials into groups is clear to you. You go through each and every step which is provided to you in the written task and in the audio to understand your today's home task and today's class task. Thank you.